Last year, about 40% of hate crimes reported in the district were based on sexual orientation and gender expression. Our Taylor Moore hosted a few guests in her home this week to speak about this controversial topic that has been gaining some traction in the LGBTQ community here in DC. This has sparked local backlash and even some rallies. Taylor, can you tell us a bit about it?
Yes, Bobby. This week, I got to have a few of my close friends and colleagues over to chat about a range of issues for DC's LGBTQ community. DC Pride events will be happening over the next few summer months, and DC's biggest gay nightclub, Town's Dance Boutique, will be closing on July 1st. And of course, there was the recent issue of DC's most popular gay bar, Nelly's, temporarily flying the Blue Lives Matter flag from the balcony. I've been getting out and about and doing quite a bit of community engagement over the past few months. And the topic of creating spaces for people of color in the LGBTQ community in DC is definitely on the forefront of a lot of people's minds. So yes, I sat down with some folks of various racial backgrounds and varying gender identities and sexual orientations to discuss the current state of support for this community in DC and get some ideas on how to move forward. Let's take a look.
It's I feel like a lot of us are just like, damn, why do I have to go out and create these things when Bob and Tom can just go spit and hit an event where they feel accepted and leave with someone. And I feel like a lot of us are burnt out. A lot of us are burnt out.
It's exhausting.
Ultimately, I just want to get to a point living here where I'm not asking where are all the black queer people, or where do the black people
Where are they?
Is there like a secret Facebook group going on about where they're like,
but I'm just like, this school, like, I mean, colleges are like, right, I don't know, they're epicenters of exploration for like sexual identity, and the fact that there should be like herds of queer people of color in DC because Howard is right here. And I mean, there's plenty of other schools, but like, it's just a group of black, it's a whole school of black people.
Yeah. Tell us about
code names.
Tell us about your idea for Pride and why you decided what sparked this idea.
So I was thinking if there would be an opportunity to partner with like one of the bars, it doesn't have to be in like a queer space. It could just be like it's Pride and we partner with them, let's say on like a Saturday or something, and ask to just kind of host a queer, people of color, and friends space for Pride.
Right.
You know, and I was thinking like the pros and the cons for them. And it's like, all right, it's Pride. Shows that they're being LGBT friendly, but also it'd be a good space. Like it's kind of in this. It speaks to, I guess, you know, if we are missing something, we can't wait around for folks to create it. We just gotta create it for us. You know.
I think it's worth also like even thinking beyond Pride. Like, you know how they have like ladies' tea in the summer, like once a month or like once every other week or however often it is. I think it's worth like getting a good team of people together. And because they host theirs at Dodge City, which is a straight bar, and they do it, and it's banging. And I think that there's no reason why. And I know there are a few other things that are happening for queer people of color. There's all these new groups popping up, and they all are run by white women. It's like 2 or 3 white friends. These girls come together and they do these events, and they link up with a bar. And that's like their mainstay. So everybody has like their spot. And like I know Elijah was talking about like Marvin's for like Pride and stuff like that. So I think it'd be worth like doing with a black-owned establishment. And once a month, even if it's like seasonal right now, having an event for queer people of color.
Conversations are extremely important because they're going to be people that look at, oh, there's like a queer people of color event as exclusionary, you know, but they don't understand that we're doing this out of necessity because this space isn't offered to us on a daily basis. It's good that we're having this conversation now, and so that we can like have it on the record. Like, no, we're doing this not to exclude anyone, but as a reaction to the exclusion that we face every single day.
It's like always there are people.
So as you heard, we discussed some ideas for creating a space for LGBTQ folks of color for Pride, but also creating a regular event bi-weekly or monthly. They've all had a variation of experiences during their time here in DC, since they have such different backgrounds from each other, like, you know, Elijah being Hispanic, queer, and trans, versus Sydney, a black woman who identifies as pansexual. But overall, everyone agrees that something needs to change, and the community is going to have to do it for themselves. Yep. And coming up next on District Wire News, after the break, I'll be sitting down with Bev Frida Jackson to discuss another important issue that is taking over both national news and DC local news. We'll be right back.